watching Color 10 News at 10 in high definition.
The new school year begins bright and early tomorrow morning right here in Springfield. Good evening, everybody. I'm David Oliver.
And I'm Ashley Katz. Thanks for joining us tonight. Color 10's education team coverage begins now. We have your family covered with all the important things you need to know on the first day. Jamie Warner shows what the weather will look like at the bus stop. Also, Laura Kennedy has some safety advice for families with kids that are walking to class. And Lindsay Klein will show us the problems at one school which has delayed the first day. But we want to go to Jamie first to see what we can expect tomorrow at the bus stop.
Well, it looks like it's going to be absolutely perfect for that first day of school. It's going to feel very much like September rather than August. And here's the reason why. We had a front move through. We've had dry air gradually filtering into the area all day long. And outside right now, we've got generally mostly clear to partly cloudy skies across the area. And the rain, for the most part, has been shoved off to the south. Temperatures here at 10 o'clock already into the 60s in a lot of spots. 64 in Lake Ozark, 65 in Rolla. Here in Springfield, it's already 69. And in the low 70s down to our south in northern Arkansas. The reason why temperatures are so cool so early, the air is drying out. Dew points are dropping, and that will allow that air to continue to cool even more. In fact, down to near 60 for an overnight low, so the kids might be a little cool early on. We will find a mostly sunny day, and that's going to make for a very nice afternoon for the kids that get to partake in recess. Temperatures topping out in the upper 70s tomorrow afternoon, and more mild temperatures to talk about in the full forecast. That's right around the corner.
We'll check you then, Jamie. Thanks. As Springfield students head back to school now, crossing zones are going to be full for the first time now in months. Our team coverage continues tonight with Laura Kennedy live with some safety advice for drivers and parents.
Before the first bell rings tomorrow, thousands of kids will be hitting these sidewalks, these streets, walking to class. So now's a good time to remind drivers to pay attention to these signs and the speed limit. Summer fun wraps up Wednesday when Springfield kids head back to school. And traffic engineer Martin Google has one message for drivers.
There will be young children out in full force starting tomorrow.
The busy streets around schools like Roundtree will be danger zones. This crosswalk on Grand and Fremont has been empty like this all summer, but drivers need to be aware that tomorrow it'll be filled with kids.
Over the summer, it's really easy to kind of forget as you're going through school zones. The school's on session, you kind of get habits unfortunately established.
Bad habits like not paying attention to the crosswalks and speeding through school zones. In Springfield, there are two types of school speed limits. The general school zone sign marks a 25-mile-an-hour zone, but the actual crosswalk area is 20 miles an hour when the lights are flashing. As a safety precaution, Google suggests parents walk with kids on the first day.
It's a really good teaching moment if they've never walked that particular route, or if this is their first time they're going to be walking to school.
The bottom line is drivers, kids, and parents all need to pay attention. And he says anyone thinking about speeding through a school zone needs to consider the consequences.
Wherever you're going, it's not going to be that much of a delay. It's much more important to obey that limit and make sure that any children in the area are safe.
Distracted driving in school zones is such a major issue. There are many communities who are implementing no cell phone laws within school zones. However, that conversation has not yet begun in the city of Springfield. Reporting live, I'm Laura Kennedy, Color 10 News.
Laura, thanks. Their safety is certainly paramount. And if your children walk to school, Springfield police suggest you plan an alternate route maybe in case it ever has to change. Also, they say avoid having your kids walk too close to parks, vacant lots, fields, and places where there are not many people around.
Students in another district must learn patience. The first day of school in Miller was delayed until Thursday because of a heating and cooling problem that damaged the elementary. Lindsay Klein continues our back-to-school team coverage.
Ashley, teachers spent weeks, even months, preparing for the upcoming school year, only to have their rooms destroyed by the heating and cooling unit, which caused flooding in 7 of the regular classrooms. Now, crews are cleaning up, trying to prepare for the first day of school Thursday. This may look like construction work is being done, but it's actually crews working hard to clean up a mess left behind by this.
This is actually the unit that that we had trouble with.
A clamp on this thermal unit burst. The hose spewed water, leaking around 2,700 gallons into the building.
There are not any dangers. We caught it in time and within the time limits, and we kept the humidity within the levels that needed to be kept. First and foremost, we want an area that's going to be safe and secure for our students. And so making sure that we had that in place to get the school year started was most important to us.
The water is now off the floor, but the dehumidifiers are going, and crews are having to come in and put in new insulation and replace sheetrock.
And then they've sprayed an antibacterial to prevent any kind of mold or anything like that so that that does not grow.
The damage in dollars is adding up.
I couldn't even estimate. A lot.
After weeks, for some even months, of preparing for the first day of school,
We were pretty disappointed.
teachers are now having to switch gears quickly.
Everything was messed up. The water was everywhere.
Ivy Uvi transformed what's usually the art room into her temporary first grade classroom.
I was pretty heartbroken. You put a lot of work into a classroom. You know, I'd put close to a month of work into mine, and to have all that washed away essentially is really pretty rough on you.
This is a new experience for us, but we're dealing with it. It could be a lot worse, and we're just taking every day, one day at a time and making it work.
Now, the goal is to have everything fixed up in about 2 weeks, but it could be 4 weeks. Many kids will be temporarily moved to classrooms in the high school building. The school district will have shuttles to take kids back and forth to and from the elementary school building to catch their normal bus and meet their parents. School staff tell us there was an automated phone system to alert parents about this incident, and there have been some parents say they did not get that alert in time. The district is looking into that. David, Ashley.
Thanks, Lindsay. By the way, Color 10 has much more back-to-school coverage tomorrow morning. Be sure to watch Color 10 Daybreak starting at 5 a.m. You can always find much more school information on ozarksfirst.com.
Tonight, new at 10 high school football players put their muscles to good use, helping to clean up a flooded community. This group is from the St. Louis area. They visited Waynesville today. The players there put playground equipment back in place after the floodwater damaged that city park.
Not only to help the community, but it's a team bonding experience to go out and not only just like make ourselves better as football players during our fall camp, our summer camp, but come here and help other people as well.
The team today also toured the Relief Center and city there to see the other ways the community needs help.
That Relief Center actually opened today. It's located at Westside Baptist Church in Waynesville. Flood victims can find help from the Red Cross, Salvation Army, Catholic Charities, and Convoy of Hope. Workers heard about the many problems that were left behind from last week's flooding.
Our basement was completely flooded, and it got onto our first level of our home, and it was, I believe, about 2.5 to 3 feet on our main level.
The Relief Center will stay open through Friday. The hours are 10 to 6 each day.
And we've now learned that flood victims may be at a higher risk for tetanus and other infections. That's why in Hollister, the Taney County Health Department there is working with Oxford Health and other community organizations to help vaccinate all the families affected. Health workers are also treating workers who are cleaning up the debris there. Flood conditions create the high levels of bacteria, and then anyone in the area, they say, should carefully monitor open wounds.
Sometimes people are thinking so much about the physical loss that they're not thinking about the effect to them as they go through the health cleanup. Plus, if you've lost your house, you've lost your shower, you've lost your soap, you've lost a lot of those things. So unless you've been in the shelter or able to stay somewhere else, it's just really hard to stay clean.
Health workers also encourage flood victims to dry out their homes to avoid any kind of issue with mold, and also to have their water sources checked for E. coli. Oxford Health is going to provide a second round of tetanus vaccinations next Tuesday morning at the Hollister Community Center. Also tonight, new at 10, Branson's Parks Director blames excessive rain for the closure of North Park. Erosion has caused several small holes there to form within the playground, most likely because of a clog in the drainage system. The park will stay closed until repairs can be made.
Camden County deputies are investigating a drowning. The sheriff says 24-year-old Michael Taylor of Camdenton was pulled from a pool at a home in Lynn Creek last week. When deputies arrived, a woman was giving Taylor CPR. She said he had stepped away from the pool and returned to find Taylor at the bottom of the water. Taylor was pronounced dead at Lake Regional Hospital.
Missouri's unemployment rate is now back above 7% tonight. The Department of Economic Development released some new numbers for July today. The rate rose to 7.1%. It had been 6.9% in June. The national unemployment rate is currently 7.4%. Missouri's governor plans another visit to the Ozarks tomorrow. Jay Nixon will be in Bolivar to talk about a tax bill that he vetoed. The governor claims that bill would have raised taxes on prescription drugs. Republicans have threatened, though, to override his veto.
U.S. agriculture faces a stinging blow if honeybees keep dying.
I'm hoping that I'm contributing by helping to keep the bees, even if it's just a hive or two, alive.
What researchers believe is causing so many bee deaths and the reason it affects all of us. Also, if you haven't found Color 10 on Facebook, it's easy to do. Look for the Facebook icon there on ozarksfirst.com and go like our page.
You're watching Color 10 News with David Oliver, Ashley Katz, weather with Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner, and sports with Dan Lucy. This is Color 10 News at 10. Daybreak is alive with smiles on Color 10.
I got to thank Justin Dory for this one. He introduced me to something called Chicken Noodle Soup. A new Chicken Noodle Soup song.
Back to school and back to the books.
We're live as area students get back to the classroom tomorrow morning on Color 10 Daybreak.
The real estate market is gaining momentum once again. I'm Susan Stowe with the Stowe Realty Group at Keller Williams Realty. Call 459-3838 to get your home listed and sold now. The Stowe Realty Group, real estate at its best.
Tea's Redneck Steakhouse and Distillery in Lebanon brews a moonshine that is uncommonly smooth, dangerously delicious, and incredibly blendable. Changing minds about moonshine one shot at a time. Tea's Redneck Steakhouse. Get your shine on at Tea's.
Hi, Springfield. I'm Steve Bayshore, General Manager of Buffalo Run Casino, with an exciting new way to win. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in August, you could win $5,000 at home, in your car, or wherever you are, just by playing Buffalo Run Casino's $5,000 Tune In to Win weekday giveaway. Tune in to any 6 p.m. local news Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays when we draw a winning player's card number. Winners will have until 7:30 that evening to call and claim their prize. It's easy to play. Make that short drive to Buffalo Run and swipe your Players Club card once a day, any day, to be entered to win. Then tune into the local 6 p.m. TV news on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Call in to win if we pick your number, or be a Buffalo Run when we announce the winning number and win an additional $500. Springfield, don't miss out on Buffalo Run's $5,000 Tune In to Win weekday giveaway every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in August. Come by and enter, then tune in to win from Buffalo Run Casino and Resort, Miami, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that pre-approval, like, right now. You can. Awesome.
At Commerce Bank, we work behind the scenes.
It's a rush.
On my way. To help you get same-day approval on auto loans. So when you need a new car, we'll help you get one. Without the wait, without the hassle.
Wow, that was fast.
Get your auto loan now with rates as low as 3.60% at Commerce Bank.
Color 10 News is sponsored in part by Buffalo Run Casino.
New at 10 tonight, a breakthrough in the search for what's killing America's honeybees. Some people are calling the problem a crisis. Last winter, the nation lost 31% of its colonies. That is a threat to about $15 billion worth of U.S. agriculture. Now the latest research points to common fungicides, which is believed to make bees more vulnerable to parasites, the same parasites that have been linked to the syndrome known as colony collapse disorder, which has wiped out millions of hives.
That was the surprising part, was that the fungicides normally applied to flowering plants to protect against fungus were actually harming bees.
Honeybees pollinate about a third of what we eat, from fruit to nuts to vegetables.
Branson leaders believe tonight the key to improving the Strip is to make it more pedestrian friendly. And tonight the Board of Aldermen approved $188,000 for work on Highway 76. Now that's what a consultant told them. The idea is that fixing up the Strip's worn out sidewalks might encourage people to visit more tourist attractions. Business owners like that idea too. And the engineering firm studying the Strip says there's money to be made from walk-up customers.
The sidewalks now are so close to the road and they're very narrow, so we know those are going to be key components. And now it's really how do we make that work to help the businesses be even more successful.
Just like at Branson Landing, they park and they spend a lot of their day doing that. The same thing could really happen here on the Strip.
And construction on the Strip will likely begin in the fall of next year. And tomorrow just might be a great day to get out there and take a walk around the park, the landing, the neighborhood, anywhere in Branson or the Ozarks for that matter, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, the weather that we're going to find really is something we shouldn't expect until maybe the end of September. It's going to be a gorgeous weather pattern temperature-wise, and it's going to be a great opportunity to dry out. We need that. But will we see any rain in the next 7 days? We'll take a look at that and take a look to see if anything tropical might be brewing down to our south in the Caribbean. That's coming up.
Warm weather is here, and now P. Graham Dunn has so much more. Let's find that perfect piece for your outdoor room. P. Graham Dunn has Amish-made, maintenance-free poly furniture that can be left outside year-round. 3500 North Gretna Road in the Branson Mills Shopping Center.
This is what Plaster Sports Complex at Missouri State University looks like on an average day. This is what it looks like on Bears football game day. The difference is you. Order your Missouri State Bears football season tickets in time for the August 29th season opener. Call 417-836-7678 or log on at MissouriStateBears.com. See you at the game.
Nothing brings the family together like their favorite Papa Murphy's pizza. For a limited time, get a large 2-topping pizza with your 2 favorite toppings for only $8. A large, made the way you love it, just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Here are your current Ozarks lake levels.
Affordable Towing is available 24 hours a day with a full range of towing and service vehicles from light to medium and heavy-duty trucks. Affordable Towing never refuses a tow.
When you're afoot and you need a tow, make sure it's affordable.
Sip into something exciting. Right now at your DQ, every small orange Julius smoothie is just $1.49. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary hand-blended orange Julius smoothies in 8 unexpected real fruit flavors, like triple berry, pina colada, and orange berry, only $1.49. It's a sweet deal on the real deal. All 3 varieties, light or premium fruit smoothies and Julius Originals, all just $1.49. Now that's refreshing. This is fan food, not fast food.
You know, people are always saying to me, all right, where are we going for something to eat, Einstein? Yeah.
For breakfast or lunch, Einstein Brothers Bagels is more than just bagels. See what's cooking at Einstein's every Monday on Ozarks Live. It'll be delicious.
The Ozarks, where people believe in better. Schools, businesses, hospitals, fearlessly moving forward. The Ozarks, fast but slow. Built on pride. Outdoors, entertainment, where people are connected through conversations and common goals, where the only way to move forward is to keep moving together. Your stories, and we are privileged to share them. And now weather with Color 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner.
Well, there's a couple of things that have loved the weather that we've seen the last week and a half. One being the ducks. Certainly they're having fun in all that water out there. And the grass. The grass is really benefiting from weather conditions of the last several weeks. You're not, though. You're having to mow that grass, and in some cases, maybe having to mow that grass twice in a day. The first time around, you're just making hay. Great weather for grass. Why? Well, we've seen lots of rain, 10 inches here in Springfield in the last 3 weeks, and scorching heat has been non-existent. We haven't seen hot weather since the early to middle portions of July. In fact, you have to go back to July the 23rd. That was the last time that Springfield hit 90 degrees. We haven't since. And we won't over the next week. We've got a very mild weather pattern to talk about. The last of the rain getting pushed out of the area. We did see some decent rainfall in areas south of Neosho and Harrison, picking up maybe around 1/4 of an inch in Fayetteville, 1/4 to 1/2 an inch in the Rogers area. That rain has been shoved now down to the south and southwest. There's just one little isolated shower right here, and that's moving through western sections of Baxter County. Looks like it's south of Yellville, and that will continue to drop one off toward the south. We've actually managed to push a frontal boundary all the way to the Gulf Coast, and that's where the focus for rain will be in the coming days. On the back side of that front, the last of the rain is moving out, and Canadian high pressure is building in. It's slipping south of the border now into the United States, and it's pushing feel-good air into the Ozarks. Feel-good air. Well, there's two different components to that. You've got the mild temperatures, but you've also got the low humidity. And it looks like we're going to find that the rest of the week. And that's going to keep things very comfortable. And it's also going to make it very hard for the area to see any rain. The moisture in the atmosphere, for the most part, is really going to get shoved all the way down to the south and southeast. Not a lot of moisture in place. So even though there's going to be a pretty decent disturbance coming to the area on Friday, it'll generate some clouds and a slight chance for a shower or two. But I think that's about it. It looks like it will try to carve out a trough, too, near the region for this upcoming weekend. But right now, it looks like that trough will be east of the area, and we would be on the dry side of it. Down in the Caribbean, the Western Caribbean, you know, with this fall-like as it has been here in the Ozarks, you may not even been thinking about the tropics. We are still in the midst of the hurricane season, and we've got an unsettled area of weather down here in the Western Caribbean. Looks like low pressure trying to develop at the surface right there. Long-range models hint that this activity will tend to drift toward the northwest and then gradually get pulled northward ahead of that trough located across the eastern U.S. So if you have travel plans, maybe down towards the panhandle of Florida, the Mississippi or Alabama Gulf Coast, maybe through Georgia, just kind of keep tabs on this. This could be a rainmaker as we head toward this upcoming weekend, and that would generate some problems along the panhandle of Florida, especially, I think. As far as what we can expect here, quiet weather. Tonight, skies becoming mostly clear, maybe some patchy fog towards sunrise. Temperatures ranging from the upper 50s to around 60 here in Springfield to low 60s down to our south. And tomorrow, a day with highs only in the 70s. 78 here in Springfield and around 80 down to our south and northern areas of Arkansas. Temperatures running about 10 to 15 degrees below normal. Looks like all of the Ozark looking at lows in the 50s Thursday morning and Friday morning with highs in the 70s. Slight chance for a shower. Slow moderation in the temperatures Saturday and Sunday. And that summer humidity will be back next week. It looks like we'll be feeling it by Monday and Tuesday, and the heat will be back as well, although still only in the upper 80s come Monday and Tuesday, maybe up near 90 Wednesday of next week.
I just said to Ashley as you were doing the forecast, I said, I cannot believe this is August, our kids are going back to school, and it's 78 degrees.
I was trying to find the last year that we had weather similar to what we're finding right now, and it was back in 2009. 2009 also the last time that we did not hit 100 during the summer season, and I still stand by that. I've been saying that all summer. I don't think we're going to see 100 degrees. And I think given the wet conditions that we've seen and how late we are in the season now, I don't think we're going to do it.
We're not complaining. Just saying it's just kind of crazy.
When you get that electricity bill for August, you're not going to be complaining.
Good point. Thanks, Jamie.
1-2 is hit out to deep right. Beltran back, looks up, and 2-0 Pittsburgh.
The first place Pirates are at Busch Stadium.
Dan Lucy is coming up with sports. He's got highlights from St. Louis and Kansas City, so stick around.
Gary, got a new slogan for you. We'll always give you a little bit better price.
That's true, but no.
How about at Gary Wood, our deals are for real?
Adding a pergola from Modern Exteriors can redefine your outdoor space or bring the beauty of the outdoors indoors with your own sunroom. Serving the Ozarks for 40 years.
For quality and price, become friends. Save big money on everything you need during Menards Project Day sale. Add security to your home with dual bright motion lights. They turn on to 50% at dusk and to full brightness when motion is detected. The Lexington model comes in 2 finishes, only $49.99, and the Willow is $54.99. Update your entryway with a TrueBolt lock set. The Sydney double combo door lock kit includes 2 entry locks and 2 deadbolts. In 3 finishes, just $19.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Wireless Trends, your cell phone superstore. Check out the hottest cases and latest accessories. If you want to replace your old phone, need a repair, or just want the most superior and innovative brands on the market, come to Wireless Trends.
When it's time to buy, accessorize, or your phone just died, see Wireless Trends.
Come on down to the huge lot. It's where you'd send a pal.
No. You know, Gary Wood Crosser Dodge Jeep is your very best place to buy a vehicle.
In Aurora, just 29 miles west of Springfield on Sunshine.
I think it accidentally got locked.
Join the Color 10 Reliable Imports at Chestnut and 65 Viewers Club for your chance to win up to $400 in gas cards every weeknight at 6 and 10. Tonight's winning number is 209-591. If this is your number, you must call 862-1010 between 8 and 5 tomorrow to claim your cash. Here's a look at stock quotes of local interest. Color 10 News will continue in a moment.
Great wines can define a meal, but great wineries can define a weekend. Enjoy the show at visitmo.com.
Hey, better. Be the next player on deck for Downstream Casino Resorts. Just a swingin'. Round the bases Sundays in August and win up to $1,900 in cash and Q-Play. You may also be eligible to knock it out of the park and win $25,000 cash on August 25th. Hit a grand slam this August when you play Just a Swingin'. Sundays at Downstream Casino Resort, where winning comes naturally. Play ball!
Remember when you couldn't wait for the day to begin? Enjoy the show at visitmo.com.
And now, Color 10 Sports with Dan Lucy.
The St. Louis Cardinals opened up a critical 3-game series with Pittsburgh tonight at Busch Stadium. Both the Pirates and Cardinals have scuffled of late, but both teams are 1-2 in the National League Central going into tonight's action. It's a 3-game series. Pirates play 3 games in front of the Cardinals. St. Louis has won only 3 of the 7 games played against the Pirates so far this year. The Cardinals juggled the pitching rotation so Adam Wainwright would start tonight's game, and he would run into some early trouble. Top of the first, Andrew McCutchen takes him deep to right. It stays fair, and it's gone. That's a 2-run shot to make it 2-0 Pirates. Pittsburgh would add to it in the second. Jordy Mercer would go to the left, and this one leaves Busch in a hurry. Solo shot to make it a 3-0 Pirate lead. The Pirates had Charlie Morton on the hill, and he was keeping the Cards in check. He would strike out John Jay swinging right here. But Jay would get his revenge in the 6th inning. It's 3-1 when he singles to left. Alan Craig scores to make it 3-2. The Pirates dropped an out in the bottom of the 9th inning in the outfield, and then Craig would tie it up with an RBI single. Right now, this game is 3-3 in the 10th inning. Cardinals currently 67-50. They'll continue this series tomorrow night. Shelby Miller will pitch for the Cardinals. Springfield Cardinals open a 6-game road trip in Texas tonight. First up, the Rough Riders, and then a trip to Midland tonight in Frisco. Springfield leads this one 9-7 in the 8th inning. Springfield fell behind 4-0 in the first, but rallied to tie it up and then went ahead with a couple of runs in the 8th inning. Kansas City Royals continue their series with Miami tonight. The Royals have won 5 of their last 6 games, moved into sole possession of 2nd place in the American League Central. The Royals have also moved within 6.5 games of the Tigers in the Central for first. Cleveland right behind KC going into the action. 5-0 Bruce Chen starting for the Royals. And this was a pitcher's duel at the K. Bruce Chen strikes out. Ed Lucas swinging here. to end the third inning. Jose Fernandez just as strong for the Marlins. He would get Gerard Dyson swinging in the third. The Royals flashing the leather in the fourth. Jamie Carroll, brand new third baseman, came over in a trade with the Twins, gets the ball, and then over to second for the out to end the inning. Chen would get Jeff Mathis to strike out. He would go 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, 6 Ks, no runs. Stayed that way into the 10th inning when Christian Yelich would single to right. Jake Marisnick would come around to score. Marlins beat the Royals 1-0 in 10 innings. So the Royals are now 62-55. They'll wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon. No question at the Missouri Valley Football Conference, one of the top FCS conferences in the country. That was confirmed again today when the Sports Network released its 1AA Top 25. And sitting at number 1, the defending FCS champion North Dakota State. The Bison have won back-to-back national championships, picked up 127 of the 134 first-place votes. In addition to the Bison, 3 other Valley teams were in the top 25.
You look at North Dakota State. North Dakota State, you say, yeah. Well, they've won 2 national championships because they're an outstanding defensive football team. The offense is kind of the bells and whistles, but historically, the best teams in the league have been the best defensive football team.
Here's where the Valley teams are ranked in this week's FCS Coaches Poll. North Dakota State, number 1. Now, South Dakota State is in at number 6. Illinois State Redbirds are in at number 13. And then perennial power Northern Iowa is ranked 17th. Up in St. Joe, Kansas City Chiefs held practice this morning. Running back Jamal Charles watched from the sideline. Coaching staff and trainers say that he'll be back at practice tomorrow. Remember, he had that strained right foot. He could play Friday night when the Chiefs host the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, you can see that game at 7 over on KOZL.
Can't wait to see it. All right, thanks, Dan.
We'll be right back.
Signs of foundation problems in your home need attention now. Cracked ceilings, walls, inside or out, sticking doors and windows, or uneven floors. Once and for all, get it fixed right with PEP Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Call PEP now to get your home the PEP Waterproofing seal of approval.
I'm Bo Dietl, slicing up the truth about freshness. Where do you think the meat is sliced for Subway?
In the back. In the back.
In the back.
Hopefully in the back. Hopefully.
What if I told you it's not?
Well,
it's sliced somewhere far away.
Where?
A factory.
Arby's Beef and Cheddar Classic. Freshly sliced roast beef sliced in-store, then topped with melted cheddar cheese sauce on a toasted onion roll. And for a limited time, get 2 for only $5. Arby's.
Slicing up freshness.
When you're looking for a hard-working utility vehicle, one really stands out. Honda's Big Red, now on sale at Honda of the Ozarks in Springfield. Honda's Big Red has a rugged auto-style transmission, no belts, a powerful fuel-injected engine with all the reliability Honda is known for, and Big Red can tow or load up to 1,000 pounds in its handy cargo bed. Right now, get a Big Red for just $99.99 and save over $2,000. Honda of the Ozarks has them now, so get your Big Red at Honda of the Ozarks, I-44 at Glenstone, or HondaoftheOzarks.com.
Reed's Plumbing and Excavating is seeking an experienced service plumber to join their elite team of plumbing experts. Reed's offers paid health insurance along with dental and offers 401k options. If you're looking for a career with a reputable and locally owned company, then send your resume today.
Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. Color 10 News will continue in a moment.
Furniture Row's back-to-school sale is happening now. Great sale prices on a variety of items, and for a limited time, get an HDTV, Xbox, or 7-inch tablet with qualifying purchase and get 0% interest. Furniture Row, home of Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
That was quick.
This was you. You've been trying to get me to eat egg whites for years. You went and talked to McDonald's?
Oh, an Egg White Delight McMuffin.
Oh, I knew it.
The new Egg White Delight McMuffin. Freshly grilled egg whites and creamy white cheddar. Also available on any of your favorites. It's another new way to love McDonald's. This is good.
Yeah, it's better than good.
Do you remember my latte?
Oh, yeah. But it's in the car.
That's good.
In today's market, the best way to increase the value of your home is through remodeling. Let At Ease Construction show you how with their free design consultation, 35 years of quality craftsmanship, and lifetime labor warranty. When you want high quality at the right price, call At Ease Construction. Remember, your biggest investment is also the place your family calls home. At Ease Construction, your home improvement specialist. Call now, 417-368-2012. That's 417-368-2012.
It's Denver Mattresses Back to School sale. These are the final days to save big on ready-for-school mattresses. Plus, get 0% interest for 2 years and an Xbox or tablet. Offer ends Thursday, August 22nd.
Denver Mattress, where you'll find sleep.
I bet moms and dads are a little nervous tonight. You got the lunches packed for tomorrow. We hope all the kids have a great first day back at school, and it's going to be beautiful weather for them.
It really is. You know, it's going to feel like September, not August. Temperatures starting off around 60, 78 for the afternoon high, mostly sunny skies. Thursday and Friday looking great with morning lows in the 50s and highs in the 70s, but that summer heat and humidity, it'll be back by next week.
Thanks, Jamie.
Set the alarm and be careful tomorrow.
That's right. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.